Hello, my name is Neelam. I'm in your EWRT 2 class. This is my second quarter with you, like back to back. So this will be my video for the final. My essay is labeled The Yellow Brick Road. In John Chu's Wicked, the message that the yellow brick road is not for everybody really hits home, especially when he says maybe we have to make our own road and be our own wizard. The story of Elphaba, who is misunderstood but strong-willed protagonist, shows us that sometimes the path others expect us to follow just doesn't fit. She refuses to join a corrupt system, chooses to stand by her values, and in doing so, creates her own way even with the world against her. This is a powerful message about the theme of courage and integrity that speaks to me deeply because I've faced moments in my life where following the easy path meant betraying what I believe in, reminding me, just like Elphaba's story does, that true strength comes from having the courage to make your own road and stay true to yourself, even when it's difficult. Sorry. It's a reminder that integrity often requires sacrifice, but in the long run, it shapes who we truly are. In the film, Elphaba clearly doesn't have the heart for the corruption and runs through the yellow brick road. While others take shortcuts, make deals, or stay silent to get ahead, Elphaba cannot bring herself to do that. She won't sacrifice who she is just to fit in or climb a ladder. This shows a very important value that Chu highlights, which is the honesty and staying true to yourself matters more than success at any cost. The story assumes the yellow brick road represents a corrupt system where power requires compromise, but Elphaba supports Chu's message by saying, "No, I won't walk that road." This reminds me of a time I found out one of my closest friends was cheating on her boyfriend with another good friend. But it was painful and confusing and torn between loyalty and doing what was right. I chose honesty by exposing my longtime friend, even though it hurt and complicated things, because staying silent would have meant accepting something wrong. That experience taught me that sometimes the right choice is the hardest one, but it's necessary to keep our sense of self and moral compass intact. Elphaba's journey also works as a metaphor, supporting Chu's idea of being our own wizard and creating the world we want. Instead of relying on the wizard or the system, she takes control of her own fate and becomes the wizard of her own world. The yellow brick road represents the normal path everyone expects you to take, promising safety but demanding you to lose your true self. By rejecting it, Elphaba shows that we don't have to settle for what's expected or easy. We can create our own rules and make a world that fits who we really are, and even if it's controversial. This idea is very personal to me because my mom wants me to join the family nail business, but my dream is to become a successful female corporate attorney. My family even discouraged me from pursuing law because they thought it was too hard for women, but I chose to ignore those doubts and follow my own path. I don't want to live with my family forever, and I don't want to follow a path just because it's convenient or laid out for me. I want to build my own future just like Elphaba. Choosing the path has made me realize that following your dreams often means facing skepticism, but also brings the greatest sense of fulfillment. Another important way Wicked represents John Chu's message is through the relationships Elphaba builds and how they reflect the challenges of carving your own path. Throughout the film, Elphaba faces rejection and misunderstanding from those around her, including friends and family, because she refuses to conform and due to her being different from birth. Yet, her friendship with Glinda shows that it's possible to find connections without losing yourself. This relationship challenges the idea that following the yellow brick road means you must give up your true identity to fit in. Instead, Elphaba and Glinda's bond suggests that you can have creative, supportive communities even when we take different roads. This part of the story reflects a hopeful message Chu shares, which is that making your own way doesn't mean walking alone, but finding others who respect your values and support your dreams. For me, I've always felt isolated for choosing to pursue law instead of the path my family expected. Yet, like Elphaba, I found strength in those who encourage me to be myself, reminding me that the road we make can include others who believe in us and share our vision for the future. It's encouraging to know that standing apart doesn't have to mean standing alone, but it can mean finding others more suited to you naturally. In the end, Wicked supports John Chu's message through Elphaba's story by showing that not everyone is meant to walk the yellow brick road, and that's okay. Sometimes the bravest thing we can do is say no to the easy way and be the wizard of our own lives, creating a path that honors our values and dreams. That message feels real to me because I've had to make tough choices that weren't popular or easy but were right for me. I had lost one of my best friends in the process of doing what was right, but I also satisfied my good morals and gained other friends who better fit my personality. Reflecting on my own life makes me realize that Elphaba's courage strongly supports Chu's claim that being true to ourselves is more important than fitting into a world that doesn't reflect who we are. This film reminds us that true fulfillment comes from following others, but from boldly walking our own. This film reminds us that true fulfillment comes not from following others, but from boldly walking our own unique paths. Now I will be answering the questions provided in the modules. I think while I was reading this, I just realized that I misspelled John's name wrong because I was citing and I looked up his name, and on the modules it had an H, but when I searched up for the citation there was no H, so I tried to find all of them, but I just realized that I missed one or two of them. So I guess that's one of my weaknesses. I didn't realize in time and I already submitted the essay. Oopsie. Anyways, in terms of like other weak or strong points in my essays, I feel I submitted to the tutor that I needed help with transitions because in the past, like, I've been graded for not having strong transitions, and for a time, like, I was confused about what that meant because I didn't want to use first, second, third, so then I opted for not using any at all. But I realized that's not good. So then I think this time I used a more casual approach, and the tutor liked it. Like the second paragraph, I was like, in the film, which isn't really a transition, but it kind of is. So I was just trying to make it more casual, more flow well. Like in my concluding statement, I talked about how I have all these ideas, but I can't piece it together very well. So I use ChatGPT for that to just like basically tie up my writing. I write it and then it ties it up, makes it flow a little bit better. So I would say that's one of my weak points, but I would say one of my strong points or strengths is that I have so much life experience, or like that pertain to this. Like I could connect it so well, you know. And I kind of just, you know, in terms of wordiness, I try to cut it down, but reading it, maybe I could have cut it down more. But anyways, I think my writing has definitely improved. I think I'm more aware of what I could do better, and like now that like reading it again, I realized some mistakes, even though I did it like a bunch of times and I still am finding mistakes. I'll probably try and improve that in the future. I think everything in this class has helped me, especially the tutoring. I think tutoring has helped me in the past for other assignments. And in terms of what grade I think I should get, I think after fixing my John with an H, taking out the H and stuff, I would say A minus, because I feel like I still have like, there's something in my writing that I feel like it doesn't still click yet. I can't snap, but there's something missing. I don't know, but I need to figure that out. And question number 6. Okay, I'm hopping around with the questions. As a student, I feel like I'm more open to criticism. Before I was like really bad at that, and I guess that's one of the challenges I overcame. It's kind of like my just being so close-minded and before, but yeah, I think, and I've also become better at analyzing my own writing, so yeah, and I think that's all. Thank you for having me in this class. I'll actually, after this video post it, I'm gonna fix my writing real quick and then resubmit. Thank you, bye!